everyone, and good morning from Mason, Ohio, where today I'm at Kings Island. Found some cheap airfare from Orlando, so wanted to get up here and check out the 50th celebration. Looks like I got some cool stuff going on, and I haven't been to this park in about 2 years, so it just kind of made sense. All right, just gonna sort of film my day, show you off anything that I find cool, share my thoughts as we go, and check out all the 50th stuff. Let's go explore Kings Island. First ride of the day, just got off Diamondback, waited about 10 minutes for it, and I like this ride. Definitely has a bit of a rattle going on. I don't know if I had a bad wheel or just an aging thing, but I like the ride. It's got a fun layout, goes into the woods, got some really strong airtime moments, has the big lagoon with the splashdown at the end. As part of the 50th anniversary, there's lots of different food and drink options that are all special, including here at the Freestyle machine. They got a Golden Jubilee Berry Spritz and a Golden Jubilee Peach Fizz. Got the berry as part of it. I got the free refill package with my season pass. So one with the Jubilee Berry Spritz, it's actually really nice. It's like a berry Sprite. Ride number 2 is my favorite at Kings Island, Mystic Timbers. A great wood. It's running really well, super smooth, great airtime, great speed. Goes into the woods, goes like right by the river rapids. I love this ride. I hope we get a bunch of rides on it today. Ended up waiting about a half an hour because the ride broke down a little bit, and then it doesn't have the best capacity anyway. I'm currently in line for the Beast, the most famous ride here. And they've got cool history signs, like cost $3.8 million to build the Beast. If they wanted to do it today, $22 million. Not bad at all. Waited about 20 minutes for the Beast. The Beast got a lot of track work done over this past off season. The ride actually got longer by about 2 feet. Really obvious to tell where the new track is compared to the old track. Still a fun ride, I still enjoy it, but man, it is really kind of trim brake to a death. Lots and lots of brakes on the ride. But still fun, really cool long ride in the woods. Just waited about 15 minutes for Orion, which is the park's newest, tallest, and fastest ride. And I had a really great ride. This ride is running very good, super duper smooth. I will say, before, on my last visit, I was more of a Diamondback guy. And I think after my rides today, now I'm more of an Orion guy. And these are some really interesting Midway game prizes. I can win Spam with eyes or ramen. Speaking of that, I really haven't eaten all day, so I'm gonna go try and find some food. Like real food, it doesn't have a smiley face. So as I mentioned earlier, they've got a whole bunch of special food items, and they've got them all over the park, and they'll be outside of all the restaurants on these things. And I think this one, that's got my attention. This is the fancy Screamin' Weenie. It's a 10-inch hot dog with jalapenos, pepper jack cheese, 5-alarm chili, and flaming hot Cheeto dust. I'm in. And all the different food items have different names of rides or former rides. All right, I went for it. The Screamin' Banshee Weenie. So it's a 10-inch hot dog, chili cheese, pepper jack cheese sauce, and then pickled jalapenos on top. Served with fries with the annual pass discount, ran about $12.50. Really cool photo op outside of the racer. Had about a 1-train wait to ride the first row of Adventure Express, which is the park's mine train coaster. You really can't see a ton of it because it's built into a ravine and just kind of away from the main part of the park. What I think really helps Kings Island is their top 5 coasters are great, but I really like their supporting cast too. Things like Adventure Express and Racer, the Bat, Backlot Stunt Coaster. So I think their second tier of attractions are pretty solid as well. In the Fest House area, they've got a very large cast for a 70s music show. They've got a big band and lots of singers and dancers. It makes sense as the park did open in the 70s. Next up, something I'm really excited for. In the main theater, they got a big production show called Phantom Theater Encore. Phantom Theater was a park's original dark ride, like Haunted House, Haunted Mansion kind of thing. Eventually got replaced by Scooby-Doo, which is now Boo Blasters. And they built a big musical show around it for the big anniversary. And in the lobby, they've got like kind of a museum all about the history of the ride. And it's really neat. In the museum area, they even have like an old animatronic head. I always liked the character. I never got to ride this ride, but I always loved the character design. The show begins with this puppet. So what we're going to do, folks, to get you guys all pumped up for it, is we're going to do Phantom Theater Encore is a really fun show, about a half-hour long, vaudeville-style show, so like old-timey musical numbers. There was some acrobat stuff, some tap dancing stuff. It was good. Also, it's indoors. I love how it pays tribute to the history, and it's got really great air conditioning in there, so I definitely recommend you come to see this. I think it only runs for another week and a half or so, but very cool. Just took the long walk over to the bat. This ride is really off on its own, but I like this ride a lot. There aren't too many of these suspended coasters left out there. I think there's 3 in the United States, and out of the 3 in the United States, this one's definitely my favorite. One thing, it is a very quick ride though. It is, it's really fun, but it is over before you know it. And now a friendly word of warning. Don't turn your back on the wolf pack. This is really fun. So in the fun shop on Main Street here, they've got different flavors for different weeks. Man, I love me some Boston cream donuts, so would have really liked that fudge. I think it's time to get a bird's eye view of Kings Island by going to the top of the Eiffel Tower.
114 feet tall, approximately 1/3 the size of the one in Paris, France. You're headed up to the 265-foot observation platform. There are a few rules. There's no eating, no drinking, and no smoking. There's also no running while you're up here, please. It's also against Ohio State law to throw, drop, toss, spit, or pull anything off the side. Not that any of y'all would do anything like that. My friend Emily is up here. If you have any questions, she'll be happy to answer them for you. Also, if you have any handheld items, cameras, cell phones, if you use those to take pictures, please keep those inside the bars. We had somebody last night drop their cell phone. It did not end well. Now, ordinarily, when I reach this point, we're almost up there, but we're in slow speed right now due to the wind, so it's only going to seem like about 2 days before we get up there. Anybody have any questions so far?
How much does the tower expand and contract?
I'm not real sure. I know it has a little bit of sway in it, but I don't know the particulars.
I was listening to some about the one in Paris. I think it goes between 1 foot and 7 feet, depending on the weather.
That seems like a lot.
Yeah, well, it's kind of taller.
Made it to the top of the Eiffel Tower. Always find these things awesome. You get such a cool view of the park. And from up here, you can really see how much room Kings Island has. And it's definitely not a park that is low on space. A view off in this direction of the Eiffel Tower. You can see my hotel way over there. Shot of the parking lot to give you guys a little bit of idea how busy it is. I personally really don't feel like it's too busy today. You can see how big the parking lot is and how a lot of it is pretty empty. You can see a lot of people over there on the water park side, as it has been a very hot day. Not going to get over there today. And one final look from the top of the Eiffel Tower. I think Diamondback might be my favorite coaster to watch from up here. Maybe Orion, but you get some neat views of Diamondback. You see him getting ready to go through the splashdown now. Ah, that's fun. I'm gonna take a stroll here through the Tower Gardens. This is another thing I think is new for this year, possibly. It takes you year by year through the history of Kings Island, starting in 1972, when the Enchanted Voyage opened, and the Racer. I believe at one point this was, during the Paramount years, the Paramount story, and you walk through and these things would tell you all about like the years different Paramount movies came up, like it would be Star Trek and Wayne's World and all that kind of stuff. I always have a fascination with old dark rides, and they had one here when the park opened called the Enchanted Voyage, which took you through the world of Hanna-Barbera cartoons. 1983, a rough year for the park because the Bat and the original Enchanted Voyage run for the last time, but the next year got a Smurfs overlay. I do remember the old Days of Thunder motion simulator. They were in, I think, every single one of the Paramount parks. I am one of the lucky ones. I do have the Scooby's Ghoster Coaster credit. That ride was not here, I don't think, very long at all. I completely forgot that the water park at one point had a Crocodile Dundee theme. And that brings us to 2022. And it seems like they're going to keep doing this as they have a lot of empty stones to be added in the future. feel kind of dumb. I've been to this park quite a few times. I had no idea there was a theater in this building. Looks like it's about 4:10, but hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I'm gonna go grab a couple of brews and recharge a little bit here at the park's best bar, the Miami River Brew House. And it is indeed about beers 30. I like this bar, it's nice and air conditioned. It's something I love at Kings Island. They've got like specialty beers made just for the park. Platform went ahead and made them the Happy Place Golden Lager for the golden anniversary. And then Sonder Brewing Company, which is right down the road from the park. They've got the Giga Coaster Lager and the Blue Ice Cream Ale. So you gotta try all of them for science, right? At 6 p.m. there's a parade. For a street party. I'm not really sure what the difference is. And it stops to do a show. There's someone dressed up as Blue Ice Cream. It's a very short parade, but a ton of employees. That man's dressed up as a pretzel. Just grabbed a ride on the Classic Racer, and the first half is running really well. The second half not quite so much, but still not painfully rough, just kind of bumpy. Yeah, so thumbs up. Also, like with the big anniversary year, I had to ride the park. One of the most classic roller coasters. And it was like a 2-train wait for the first row, so that was cool. Just got off of Banshee, and Banshee is a big ride. A big ride. Takes up a ton of room in the park. Lots of big giant loops. One might say after 3 beers, possibly too many loops. But a lot of people don't like Banshee. I happen to really like Banshee. I think it's a really fun ride. Yeah, I will say it probably could use a fresh coat of paint soon. I think the colors it has and where it is in the park, like it really looks faded. Also kind of weird, they removed the slingshot here at Kings Island, but they kept the slingshot, I don't know, shooting off point? I had to swing by the beer garden because last time I was here about 2 years ago to ride Orion, they had a Cider Boys Apple Peach Hard Cider on draft, and they still have it on draft. It is absolutely delicious. Also, I find this very intelligent. They have a machine for fish food. I guess there's fish in this lake, and it's free, but you have to go talk to the people at that game to get a token. So it's kind of advertising your game. There's like 1 fish down there, 2 fish. A bit bummed the Wishbone Grill is closed. Look at the specialty food. You've got a grilled steak on a stick with chimichurri on it, and then the Dinosaurs Alive Caveman Wings. It's a smoked turkey wing, tossed in hot sauce and served in a Dinosaurs Alive bucket with chips. That'd be fantastic. I'm really impressed with how much live entertainment they have. Giant band plays in the evening. Also, as part of the anniversary, they've got these history boards all over the park, which I think are really cool. You get to see the park through all different eras. And a couple things I like about this. First of all, man, I wish they still had that super slide. That looks like a blast. And then you can see like the original antique cars, and that antique cars, well, it was very well loved. It also took up a ton of space. You can see why they removed it at one point, but at least they brought it back. One thing I was not expecting on our visit to Kings Island today is that, well, back on that stunt coaster, they still have some effects working. Other parks in the chain don't have any effects working. And this one, they probably got the most important effect. That's a lot of fire. Now, a big part of an anniversary year is looking back, and they've done a really great job with all the nostalgia stuff. But also when I go to parks, like, you gotta look to the future. And a couple of years ago, they removed the Vortex roller coaster, which took us in an enormous plot of land right here, which is, you know, one of those questions that always comes up is like, okay, what will they do in the Vortex plot of land? So let me know in the comment section below, what do you want to see them do with the Vortex plot of land? I have my ideas. I would love to see something like Pantheon or Velocicoaster here. I think that would be probably the best option. Although I'd also love like a ground-up RMC, something like Zadra. That would be amazing. Maybe they go more family-friendly, like something like for Bolton or Fire Chaser Express. Like the park could really use like an e-ticket family ride. Or maybe they'll go something like Time Traveler at Silver Dollar City. Maybe they want to replace a big looping roller coaster with another big looping roller coaster. And try and take like the inversion record from the Smiler. Like a 15 looper Gerstlauer could be awesome right here. So that's just something that I think about when coming to parks. Let me know what you want to see over here. Spent the last hour or so riding some re-rides. Grabbed a back row ride on Orion, a front row ride on Mystic Timbers, and now about to grab a ride on something I haven't done yet today, the train. here. Like, look at that. And those.
5-year-old Missouri Jane. She passed away at the age of 5 years old. And our cowboys, there's Bill, Dan, and also Sharon, Steve, Kathy, and Sam.
What are you?
See them, give them a nice smile away. You look at all that. They're here to say hello.
I feel like I say this every time I'm at Kings Island, but I would love to see them do something with the Tomb Raider building. It is such a gigantic building. You know, put a good sized flat ride in there, some projection mapping. It could be really epic. And also it would help weatherproof the park for either like summer thunderstorms or Winterfest. Every night during the 50th celebration during the summer, the park would run Fireworks Fun and 50, and holy cow, this was an amazing show. It is an awesome nighttime spectacular on a spectacular level, and I absolutely loved it. It had everything: fireworks, fountains, fire cannons, lasers, projections. They had a whole bunch of drones that did all these really, really cool images. The show was an absolute blast. It was like 13 or so minutes long. So I know in the past Kings Island has had fireworks during the summer, but it's been like 4 or 5 minutes. It's been okay. This felt very kind of Disney-esque in the presentation. They made a whole song about Kings Island that played during it that had that very much Disney nighttime spectacular feel. And oh man, this was a great show. Now that Kings Island has all this infrastructure, I would love to see them do big nighttime spectaculars, you know, every year. And even for some of their special events, like, hey, do a nighttime spectacular during Haunt or during Winterfest. I mean, it was really, really great. This big thumbs up. Hope they keep that infrastructure and use it for great things in the future. So before we finish up the vlog, I want to show off all the merchandise that's for sale at Kings Island. Kings Island always does an awesome job with their theme park stuff. They got shirts from Homage. They got one for the Beast, Kings Island, Screaming Demon. I love this one, but they only have it in triple XL. Yeah, I've put on a couple pounds recently, but I'm definitely not triple XL. And I didn't really like Vortex anyway, but the logo is fantastic. Whole bunch of stuff for Orion. Weird coffee mugs with a little spaceman. See, that one looks much more like Space Mountain at the Magic Kingdom. That's kind of a me shirt. I could definitely see myself wearing that one. Section of stuff for Mystic Timbers. Still my favorite ride in the park, I think. Kind of like these wood-styly fake Yeti type drinking glasses. Of course, no surprise, a lot of merchandise for the Beast, park's most famous ride. I like the snow globe's pretty neat. Of course, I've only got a carry-on, so I could not bring that back. And the Christmas ornament, also very nice. So I do own this shirt. I love it. And let's see, and last we get to Diamondback. Diamondback, whose logo has recently been ripped off by the Lost Island theme park over in Waterloo, Iowa. Completely ripped it off. If you haven't seen that, search around the internet for it because it is quite hilarious. I do like the kind of the cocktail glass. The Beast has its own like German beer stein for its 40th anniversary. That was, I believe, a number of years ago. If you're a fan of the coaster cutouts or coaster dynamic stuff, they've got a ton of them here at Kings Island. Pretty much most roller coasters past and present, like you can see the old horrible trains that were on Son of Beast, and then a lot of the different nano coasters down here. I like the one for Flight of Fear, as it includes like a half building. I do like how they have like Red Racer and Blue Racer t-shirts. Kind of fun t-shirts if you're coming to Kings Island in a big group, pick your favorite ride. And then I love these all posters that you can buy. The only piece of merchandise I've seen anywhere for Phantom Theater. I was kind of hoping with like the show they did, there'd be a lot of Phantom Theater stuff, but I have not seen it. Also some tie-dye t-shirts. I do like these. They have like the cool, like there's kind of like blocks of wood you would put on a desk, and then the coordinates of the different roller coasters, or former roller coasters in the case of Son of Beast. But you got one for Banshee, Vortex, Diamondback, and then there's one for Kings Island itself somewhere. In the gift shop in the very front of the park, you'll find most of the 50th anniversary merchandise, and actually, it's as you would expect, really solid stuff. Everything from the big beer drinking pint glass. I like this. It is a statue of Snoopy with a cake for the 50th anniversary. That is neat. Big floppy hats, snazzy jackets, things I would never need back home in Orlando, Florida. Kings Island's version of Monopoly. If somebody wanted to do 4 shots at once, you could pick that one up. I do like anything. They don't have too much about this kind of stuff this year, but the old style logo. Lots of cool 50th anniversary t-shirts, peanuts, not peanuts. There were some really neat pennants or flags to hang in the house. A giant pillow. Blanket. Those blankets are really comfortable. Some nice turvises, or just like a metal drinking glass. Let's see, more jackets, comfy looking sweatpants, nice pint glass. All right, and I really get some Christmas ornaments. This is definitely coming home with me. There's a sign over here that says, all I care about are roller coasters, like maybe 3 people, and beer. Not quite true with me. I'm a people person. I like people, but I really like roller coasters and beer. There's a store in the Main Street area that sells nothing but Squishmallows. They also have a series of Kings Island specific ones. I believe this bug outer space guy is for Orion. These two I have no idea. There's a beaver wearing a little plaid vest and a pig with wings. This one, probably my favorite. It's the classic blue ice cream. And that will do it for my time at Kings Island. Had an absolute blast. Park was open really long hours that day. I got to the park around roughly 11, stayed till 10 p.m., got to ride all my favorite roller coasters, some of them twice, so that was great. The crowds were really not bad at all. There was really no need for like a Fast Lane or Fast Lane Plus on a day like I had. I was really happy I got to go during the 50th anniversary as well. This is definitely a park that celebrated itself and celebrated in spectacular fashion between all the stuff they did. I was really impressed by the amount of entertainment at the park as well. Like a lot of entertainment with really big cast. So they spent a ton of money on it for things like, you know, the Phantom Theater show, the parade, the big band at the end of the night. Like they did not skimp out on entertainment at all. The highlight for me, I think, was that nighttime spectacular. That thing was, oh man, that was so great. All right, that'll do it for my time at Kings Island. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, and thank you very much for watching.